女士们、先生们，下午好。全球信用危机呢，向人类提出了变革信用评级技术的这么一个要求。大公在这方面呢做了积极的探索。今天呢，把我们的一个探索的成果呢奉献给大家。
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The global financial crisis had put up a requirement for the whole mankind that we need to reform the current international credit rating system. And in this respect, Dagong has done some in-depth research. So today we are very honored to present our research results and share our views in this regard.
那么我们发现呢，在当前我们发现呢，在现在世界经济进入信用经济阶段以后呢，有两对矛盾呢在推动着这个世界经济发展，一个是生产和信用的矛盾，第二个是呢信用和评级的矛盾。这两对矛盾所反映的呢是世界经济顺周期和逆周期的一个关系。
So when the human being has evolved into a stage what we term as credit economic society, we have come across two pairs of contradictions, which are the contradiction between production and credit, and the other pairs of contradiction is credit and rating. So these two contradictions demonstrates a pro-cyclical relationship and cross-cyclical relationship.
那么生产和信用的关系呢，是表现了一个顺周期，就是生产的发展呢，要求信用呢要不断的满足生产的需要，进行无限的扩张。
In terms of the relationship between production and credit, it demonstrates the relationship of pro-cyclical relationship, meaning that the credit should follow up the trend of intimate expansion of credit.
那么信用和评级的这对矛盾呢，是反映了一个就是债权人和债务人的关系啊，就是信用的主体是债权人和债务人。那么债权人要求评级呢，要回答债务人的3个方面的问题。第一个呢，就是这个债务人呢，他最高的最大的负债额应该是多少？就是他的违约的边界在哪里？第二个呢，就是他的存量的债务呢，能不能偿还？第三个还有多大的新增债务的空间？
And the relationship between creditors and debtors require that credit rating agencies to answer 3 questions. That is, what is the debt service capability of the debtors? And the second is, how much space would be reserved for the incremental debt in the future? And how much they can resolve the debt repayment capability of the debtor is critical one.
也就是说呢，这个信用和评级的关系呢，它是有一个上限的，就是它是要求评级要回答这么3个问题。客观上呢，它呢不允许呢，债务人呢超过他的债务偿付能力呢，去无限的负债。
So the creditor and debtor relationship requires that there should be a debt ceiling for debtors. Prohibiting the debtors to borrow infinitely, so that their debt service capability should be limited.
也就是说，这两对矛盾呢，它反映了其实是向评级机构呢提出了一个任务，就是要回答现实生活中债权人最关心的3个问题。这就是我们大公呢这个评级方法的思想源泉。
Actually, these 3 questions constitute the very source and the driving initiative for Dagong's credit rating rationale. And next, we will present in a more detailed.
因为今天时间很宝贵啊，我呢是为这个会议呢准备了一个演讲稿。我下面就请我的同事呢，陈嘉林先生呢，他代为我来把他宣读完毕。
So pressed for the time, I will be Mr. Guan's prolocutor and finish the rest of this presentation in English. Thank you. Talking about Dagong's credit rating rationale, Dagong's credit rating rationale consists of the following 6 components. The first one is the repayment environment. Now, in this part, we include 3 analytical elements. The first is the governmental management. It includes scientific development, strategic planning, and industrial control. And the second element is market demand and supply. It refers to the supply of upstream products, demand for downstream products. And the third element is credit supply. It includes such elements like legal system construction, credit system construction, macro credit supply at home and abroad, and regional credit supply. And the second component is wealth creation capability. Now we think the wealth creation capability of debtors is the source of debt service, and the deviation degree between debt size and wealth creation capability is reflected as the degree of credit risks. This part mainly predicts the amount of the real wealth creation of debtors in a given period of time in the future. And in this part, we include three analytical elements. The first one is historical performance of wealth creation capability. And the second element is analysis of wealth creation dynamic. And third element is prediction of wealth creation capability. Next. And third component is repayment source. Now this part mainly predicts the size of debtors' cash available to repay the due debt. According to the reliability of repayment source, these analytical elements cover 7 aspects. There are actually 7 repayment sources. The first one is profit revenue, including operating and investment profits. And the second repayment source include equity revenue, like equity financing and others. The third repayment source refers to the operating revenue, operating cash and accounts receivable, advance received, and transfer payment. And the fourth repayment source refers to the asset-backed debt revenue, including fixed assets, credit assets, and valuable securities and others. Next page, yeah. So the fifth repayment source refers to the credit debt revenue, like the bank borrowing, bond issues, and other borrowings. The sixth repayment source include external support, like the shareholder support and government support in terms of policy and cash. And the last, seventh repayment source refers to the foreign exchange revenue, like the foreign exchange reserves or capabilities to purchase foreign exchange. Now next, the fourth component refers to the repayment capability. Repayment capability of stock debt. By analyzing the repayment source of debtors, the coverage degree of stock debt. I think I missed one. No. Yeah. Yeah, by analyzing the repayment source of debtors, the coverage degree on stock debt is determined. And in this part, we include 3 analytical elements. They are the analysis of stock debt, repayment capability of total stock debt, and repayment capability of stock debt on its term. And third small elements in this part is repayment capability of incremental debt. The repayment capability of incremental debt equals the repayment capability of total debt minus the repayment capability of stock debt. And in this, we include 2 elements. They are the incremental debt space and repayment capability of incremental debt. And the fifth component is determination of credit level. Now, the 3 repayment capabilities of debtors of the same category are ranked with the help of the rating matrix formed by distribution of each credit level, which is mapped by the status of each repayment source. And then the credit level based on the weighted score of 3 repayment capabilities is determined. Now, the 6 component is verification and adjustment of credit level. The surveillance analysis and research of debtors' repayment source and tendency is conducted at a regular basis so as to determine which factors has changed from the previous status when the last credit rating was assigned. Then the level adjustment is carried out by locating the credit level in the rating matrix according to the latest data predicted by repayment source. And this serves as a process to verify the previous credit rating, which can be utilized to warn credit risks. So with this, I conclude our presentation. Thank you very much.